What is George Clooney's net worth and salary? The richest tequila salesman in the world? Stay tuned and learn more about the lives of rich people. Hello dear friends, George Clooney is an American actor, screenwriter, director, entrepreneur and activist whose fortune is estimated at $500 million. George Clooney is one of the most sought-after A-list actors in the entertainment industry. He regularly earns at least $20 million per film role. George Clooney seems to have it all. Given a successful acting career that is in the fourth decade, an impressive career as a director, a number of successful screenplays and production to his name, and an attractive good looks that have only gotten better over the years, Mr. Clooney seems to have a Midas touch. George is the co-founder of Casamigos Tequila. In 2017, George and his two partners sold Casamigos to Diageo for $1 billion. Early years. Clooney was born in Lexington, Kentucky on May 6, 1961 to Nina Bruce, a beauty queen and a city councilwoman, and Nick Clooney, a former host and television host. Clooney was raised Catholic, but claimed to have been somewhat agnostic in his adult life. He attended Blessed Sacrament High School in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, and after that, the family moved to Mason, Ohio. The Clooneys returned to Kentucky, and in 7th grade, George developed Bell's palsy, a condition in which the face is partially paralyzed. It passed after a year, but Clooney described it as a difficult time in school because he was bullied. He was an avid basketball and baseball player and even tried to play for the Cincinnati Reds after high school, but didn't make the team. Clooney attended Northern Kentucky University from 1979 to 1981 to major in television journalism, but did not graduate. Early career. After moving to Los Angeles, he lived in his car for a while. It should be noted, though, that the car was parked in the driveway of a Beverly Hills mansion owned by his famous aunt, singer Rosemary Clooney. He soon landed supporting roles on television shows such as The Facts of Life, Roseanne, and The Golden Girls. Breaking through. His first major role was on the 1984 sitcom ER, not to be confused with his starring role on the NBC drama ER, which began in 1994 when he landed the role of Dr. Doug Ross. While still on ER, he appeared in a number of films including From Dusk Till Dawn, One Fine Day, and Out of Sight. He also replaced Val Kilmer as Batman, although he only appeared in one Batman movie. He appeared in ER from 1994 to 1999 and then again in 2000 and 2009. In all, he appeared in 109 episodes. He received 2 Emmy Award nominations and 3 Golden Globe nominations for Best Actor during his time as Dr. Rose on the series ER. After ER. Clooney left ER in 1999 and experienced a string of box office successes, including his most popular film to date, Ocean's 11 France. That same year, he also starred in The Perfect Storm 2000 and Oh Where Are You Brother? Clooney reprised his role in the films Ocean's 12 France and Ocean's 13 France. In 2005, Clooney appeared in Syriana, for which he won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. That same year, he was also nominated for both the screenplay and directing of Good Night and Good Luck, and became the first person in Oscar history to be nominated for directing one film and a role in another in the same year. Clooney continued his string of hits, starring alongside Ewan McGregor in 2009's People Who Look at Goats, and the same year in To Me in the Sky and The Incomparable Mr. Fox. Clooney received critical acclaim for 2011's The Descendants and 2013's The Idols of March, as well as Argo. Clooney is the only person in Oscar history to have been nominated for awards in 6 different categories. George also received critical praise for his starring role with Sandra Bullock in 2013's Gravity. For all his accomplishments in the world of entertainment, Clooney was honored with the 2018 AFI Life Achievement Award. Clooney is actively involved in various political causes, including the conflict in Darfur, Sudan, and fundraising for relief efforts after the 2010 earthquake in Haiti. He is actively involved in the Not an Hour Watch project. He married Talia Balsam in 1989, but they divorced in 1993. Clooney continued to live with his pet pig Max until the pig's death in 2006, confirmed the representative of Alamuddin's law firm Doughty Street Chambers. Alamuddin and Clooney were officially married September 27, 2014 at the Kafr Sadi Hotel. They were married by Clooney's friend Walter Veltroni, the former mayor of Rome. The couple had twins, Ella and Alexander, on July 6, 2017. Wages. For the 19 episodes of Sisters in which he appeared, George earned $40,000 for each appearance. That adds up to $760,000. George earned $100,000 per episode of ER. He deliberately never asked for a raise and instead focused on becoming a huge star to advance his promising film career. In total, George earned about $11 million for his work on ER. One of the biggest early paychecks was the 1996 film One Fine Day, for which he earned $3 million. He earned $10 million for his appearance in the Batman single, $10 million for Out of Sight, $8 million for Perfect Storm, $15 million for Unbeatable Cruelty, $20 million for Ocean's 11, Career High, and $15 million for Ocean's 13. In his film and television career alone, George has earned about $200 million before taxes. Since 2013, George Clooney has starred in a number of Nespresso commercials. To date, his commercial has earned George $40 million. George has been known to set aside a portion of his salary to fund a spy satellite that keeps appearing over Sudan. For much of the past decade, this satellite has focused exclusively on former Sudanese dictator Omar al-Bashir. Omar was accused of gross hate crimes and human rights violations that led to thousands of deaths. The satellite not only tracked Bashir personally, but also tracked Sudan's armed forces to anticipate movements and potential human rights violations. Omar was ousted in a military coup in April 2019. A few months later, he was arrested, convicted, and imprisoned. In a December 2021 interview, George revealed that he was once offered $35 million to shoot a one-day commercial for an airline. The airline was owned and operated by an unnamed country, which George described as an ally of the United States, but sometimes questionable. According to George, he talked to Amal about the offer, and together they decided that the money was not necessarily worth it, so he turned it down. If he had taken the job and worked 6 hours shooting a commercial from start to finish, he would have made $5,800,000 per hour. Lake Como and other real estate. George and Amal own homes all over the world. Perhaps George's most famous property is the Villa Oleander on Lake Como in Italy, which he purchased in 2002 for $30 million. Villa Oleander, built in the 18th century, is located in Lallo, Italy, on the shores of Lake Como, and has 15 bedrooms, a private pool, tennis court, full gym, landscaped gardens, carved ceilings, massive bathrooms, separate pizza room, and a beautifully constructed wall that keeps the lake from flowing directly into the house. Villa Oleander has become something of a legend in Hollywood circles, as he often shares it with friends on special occasions. Oscar nominee Viola Davis, who worked with Clooney on both Syriana and Solaris, spent a honeymoon there. He opened the villa to actors John Krasinski and Emily Blunt for a marriage ceremony and celebration of their marriage in 2010. They have a 6-bedroom mansion in Studio City, California, which he bought in 1995 for $2.2 million at the height of his fame in ER. Today, that property is probably worth more than $10 million. They own $7 million worth of real estate in Berkshire, England, as well as an apartment in New York City. In total, George and Amal's real estate portfolio is worth $100 million. Income from Casamigos Tequila. George and entrepreneurs Randa Gerber and Michael Meldman founded Casamigos Tequila in 2013. Gerber is probably best known for being married to Cindy Crawford. Meldman is a real estate magnate. The three originally launched the brand as a private label to distribute tequila to friends and family. In 2013, they turned the brand into a public label. On June 21, 2017, Clooney, Gerber, and Meldman agreed to sell Casamigos to alcohol conglomerate Diageo for $1 billion. They were paid $700 million in cash plus $300 million in bonuses to be paid based on future targets. Assuming the original $700 million is split 3 ways, George's pre-tax reduction would be about $230 million. After taxes, it would be $150 million. Which movie of these actors do you remember the most?